Usapang Agrikultura. Ang inyong source of daily agri-news. Talakayang siksik sa kaalaman. Atin ay impormasyon mula sa pamahalaan. Pagpapayaman sa ating mga likas na yaman para mas mapaunlad pa ang isa sa mga paunahing kabuhayan sa ating bayan. Usapang Agrikultura. Dito lang sa Radyo Pilipinas.
Guimaras, an island province known for producing the sweetest mangoes in the world, has earned its reputation through a legacy of dedication and vigilance. But behind this golden success is a silent battle, one that has kept Guimaras free from the mango seed weevil, a pest that threatens the mango industry worldwide. This is the story of how Guimaras safeguards its prized fruit, ensuring that every mango remains pure, untainted, and of the highest quality. The mango seed weevil is an invisible threat. It burrows into the seed, rendering the fruit unfit for export. Infected mangoes can devastate entire orchards, crippling the livelihoods of farmers. Around the world, mango producers struggle to contain its spread. But Guimaras is different. It remains the only mango producing province in the country certified as mango seed weevil free. This is not by chance, but by choice. Guimaras is a fortress protecting its mangoes. The province enforces one of the strictest biosecurity protocols in the country, a total ban on the entry of mango seedlings and seeds. Every vehicle, every boat, and every shipment that enters the island undergoes thorough inspection. No exception. This is how Guimaras prevents the pest from ever setting foot on its soil.
Ang probinsya sa Guimaras may isa ka ordinansa nga nagaprohibitar sa pagsulod sang paho, anuman nga klase, bunga, seedlings, diri sa probinsya sa Guimaras. Ini nga ordinansa tinatuyo nga i-protect ang Guimaras mango nga hindi maimpunan sa iban nga paho nga nagadala sang mga balatian ilabi na gid ang mango pulp and seed weevil nga wala nga based sa monitoring kag sa nga wala ka na dirin ang Guimaras na apektuhan so nag-insure gid sa provincial government sa Guimaras nga hindi gid masudlan diri. Sa Subo, ang tanan nga ports of entry gin-posisyonan naton sa mga quarantine inspectors. Ang ila obra gina-inspect nila ang mga turista o kung tanan nga nagasulod diri sa Guimaras nga hindi magdala sang paho, seedlings man dira o kung bunga nga nagahalin sa iban nga lugar. May ara kita sa mga major ports of entry sa Buenavista Wharf, sa Hordan Wharf, sa Ruro Port, sa Takay Wharf, sa Sebasti Wharf, kag sa Puyo Wharf dito sa Nueva Valencia may ara kita dira ang ginposisyon ng mga quarantine inspector.
Protecting Guimaras mangoes is not just the government's responsibility. It's a commitment shared by the entire community. Farmers understand that their future depends on these biosecurity measures. They serve as guardians of their own lands, ensuring that no foreign mango seedlings enter their farms. For them, this isn't just about rules. It's about preserving a legacy.
Para sa mga turista kag mga iban pa nga nagasulod diri sa probinsya sa Guimaras, ang provincial government nagahingyo gid nga hindi gid kamo magdala sang paho o kung ginahasanahan ba ko nakagina any parts of mango seedlings man diri sa probinsya sa Guimaras. Kay kung nakamo madakpan may ara kita penalty para sa inyo. Sa first offense, ginapabalik lang namon sa port of origin niya. Sa ikaduwa nga offense, kung suliton mo pa, may ara kita nga 2,500 nga multa. Kag sa third offense, may multa gihapon kag pwede kid kamo namon makasuhan sa korte na tungod sa paglabag sa siningang ordinansa.
Vigilance is the key. Agricultural experts continuously monitor Guimaras orchards to ensure that the province remains free from the pest. Through research, pest surveillance, and biological pest control initiatives, they stand as a first line of defense. Cutting-edge science, combined with the traditional farming wisdom, keeps Guimaras ahead of the threat.
Actually, ang amon na research initiatives with regards to productivity sa aton nga mangga is start kami sa good agricultural practices. So, we have some technodermo farms wherein gina-incorporate naman dira ang mga research activities kag may mga collaborators kita wherein we showcase the good agricultural practices para magamit sa farmers to improve their productivity. That includes cultural management, integrated pest management, hasta na sa post-harvest hunting sa mangga. So, with that research activities, i-present na namon sa amon National Research and Development Review. So actually, amo na siya ang isa namon ka-research nga matapos this year. So with the results sa sila na study, dira namon na determine ang importansya sa pag-implement sa good agricultural practices sa aton nga mangga wherein ang aton nga mga mango growers i-adapt nila ang inyong mga technologies to see to it nga ang ilang production sa mangga ma-sustain. At the same time, with that activity, so ini man ang mga result nga ini gina-collaborate namon with the provincial government, especially sa mga trainings. So kung ano ang mga results ang sila nga mga research activities namin sa center, amo bang ang gina-impart naton sa mga research or sa mga training activities naton sa mango growers diri sa Guimaras, not only Guimaras but throughout sa country nga may mga training activities sila with the collaboration with our central office.
With these efforts, Guimaras agricultural products remain unmatched in quality. Free from pests and rich in value-added potential, they continue to dominate local and international markets. The province's strict regulations and DA's support have turned its mangoes into premium brands, commanding higher prices and opening doors to global trade. The world recognizes Guimaras not just for its sweetness, but for its commitment to excellence.
Malaking naging tulong sa amin na mga Guimaras mango farmer ang pagiging seed weevil free ang Guimaras kasi tinatanggap siya sa mga export market at ang isa pa ring nakatulong sa amin ang geographical indication ng property office wherein worldwide known ang Guimaras na sweetest mango at pagka may geographical indication, magkakaroon kami ng sticker na katunayan na galing talaga sa Guimaras. May code of practice na sinusunod ang mga mango farmer dito. Halimbawa nun, 115 days pataas ang mango bago namin ipa-harvest at ang bricks niya ay 7 pataas bago bigyan ng certification ng Department of Agriculture o Provincial Office of Agricultural Services.
I decided to stay for good and get serious with farming and cacao planting. He attended several trainings about cacao management and value-adding products. This gave birth to the Dariagan Arboleda and Dipon, or Dad's Farm in Barangay Old Gia, Maayon, Capiz. He encouraged his immediate families, who also own lands, to plant cacao trees, and the farm workers in the farm are his relatives, giving them the opportunity to earn income without staying away from their families. It was not a smooth sailing experience, however. They were learning along the process of planting the trees up to its fruit-bearing trees. Typhoon Agaton back in April 2022 battered most of his cacao trees, which made Jose frustrated. It was in one of the trainings sponsored by the Department of Agriculture Western Visayas. Jose's passion reignited after one of the speakers told him to consider his losses as an investment. While they have started producing tablea back in 2015, Jose and Emeline decided to start producing chocolates in 2022 after he retired working overseas. Today, Ogia, the chocolate brand, which got its name from their barangay, is seeing supply around Capiz and Iloilo. They have also brought their chocolates to Manila, especially during exhibits.
Ang tiyempo gid lang ya ang nagtulod sa akon nga maggulpi untat sa pagka OFW pagkasiman tungod sang pandemic. Do nahadlok man ko nga at that time nga grabe gid ang infection sa all over the world. Nag-decide na lang gid ko nga maguntat kay tuod nakita ko naga-fruit na ang amon nga mga gintanom nga kakao amat-amat na dadamo dito na ko nagumpisa dayon nga ibalik namon ang tradisyon sang pagubra sang tableya. At the same time, dito na ko naga-research upod sa mga taga-DA to add value sa kakao. So dito nag-umpisa na ang paglantaw ko sa fine chocolates na bean to bar. Sa umpisa, ang bulig nga una nga ginhatag sa akon sa DA is encouragement. Tungod nga nakaumpisa na kami, gindugangan na nila ang amon nga mga knowledge sa pagtanong, sa pag-propagate paged, kag ang isa paged is may mga interventions na sila like mga seminars. Dito giko na appreciate ko gid ang mga seminars kay kadamo-damo gid ko natun-an. Aside from that nga hindi gid ko ya nagdako sa uma, city boy ako ya. So wala gid ko idea. Ang DA lang gid ang nakahatag sa akon sang basic knowledge. Kaga dito man nagumpisa ang akon nga love sa pagpanguma, no? Hindi lang nga mambal naton nga doon napilitan lang kundi nga nagustuhan ko gid kag nahiligan ko na ang pagpanguma. Tag ang DA madamo na sila sang ginpangatag sa akon ng mga sa amon nga pag harvest ining mga tray namon, ang mga water impoundment namon ining mga drums, ang rotavators, greenhouse, ang technical support, kag ining may mga ginahatag sila nga mga abuno man.
On the other hand, their production averages 1,000 bars a month. They are now producing 70% dark chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate with nuts, milk chocolate with nuts, white chocolate with cacao nibs, and keto sugar-free chocolate. In the recently concluded Cacao Congress in Cebu City, Dad's Farm Chocolate placed third in the Philippine First Flavored Tablea Making category out of 25 MSMEs in Waterfront Hotel Cebu last July 29, 2024. He infused red mullet, or oven-cooked salmonete, and nipa syrup in his tablea entry, proving that the chocolates produced in Capiz are now at par with the quality of other established producers across the country. Through the High Value Crops Development Program, or HVCPD, of the Department of Agriculture Western Visayas, Dad's Farm received additional farm support and implements. HVCPD provided them a rotavator, greenhouse, solar plastic, and drums for water storage. These, along with several training programs on cacao production and value adding, are in place as part of the continuing support of DA Western Visayas to the cacao farmers. The region produces around tons of cacao seeds every year. Its growth has helped propel the agricultural sector as one of the main economic drivers in Western Visayas. This is your Department of Agriculture, Western Visayas.
There was a time when calamansi ruled the orchards of Guimaras. Its scent, its promise, its profit. But as years passed, the trees bore fewer fruits. Pests, aging groves, and changing markets slowly pushed this once booming industry into the background. For decades, calamansi farming was a way of life in Guimaras. Families built homes, sent children to school, and supported communities, all with the help of the small but mighty citrus fruit. But nature had its way. Trees aged, pests spread, and many farmers turned to other crops, hoping for more secure returns. Still, the spirit of calamansi never left, and today, its story is being rewritten.
Sa una, ang amon nga production sang kalamansi, syempre gamay compare sa subong kay sa una yang dapila pa man ang kapuno. Kag dayon ang amon nga mga bakal sa amin sang kalamansi, among nagyapon ang ginadala sa Bacolod kay ginadala sa Iloilo. Dayon, nakita man namin nga daw nagaamat-amat man siya nami ang income tungod nga daw damo naman ang nagabakal kay tungod nga damo naman sa mga production sang kalamansi diri sa Guimaras. Ti amo na nga mga processing nga production, ti amo na nga daw na-expand kami na sang amon nga nga tanom. Kag nakita man amon nga nami man ang income during sang peak season, tapos damo man ang nagabakal, ti amo na nga maka-income man kami kag mabawi man ang among mga gasto sa abono kag sa patanom namon.
Ang calamansi grower almost na 7 years from starting until now. Ang pagkakalamansi kailangan hands-on, tiyaga, tapos dedication sa pagkakalamansi. Tapos sa una, ang kalamansi sa mga seasonal lang sila compare now. Kailangan may teknolohiya bago nga technique nga mapabunga mo siya sa off-season.
To bring calamansi farming back to life, the Department of Agriculture, through the Provincial Office for Agricultural Services or POAS, stepped in with more than just seedlings. They brought technical know-how, a roadmap for recovery, and a renewed sense of purpose. From providing quality planting materials to hands-on training in pest management and tree rehabilitation, POAS helped transform struggling orchards into thriving farms once again. Farmers also received post-harvest training and access to support facilities, making sure every fruit harvested is fresh, clean, and ready for the market.
Okay. Now, for the specific intervention sa calamansi industry sa probinsya sa Guimaras, the Provincial Office for Agricultural Services is crafting a roadmap dated 2025 to 2029. Now, this roadmap will give the direction sang aton nga calamansi industry sa probinsya by identifying the challenges and what would be the specific intervention would become up. So we conduct focus group discussion bilang calamansi growers para nga sa ila mismo magahalin kung ano ba ang problema, ano ang ugat sang problema nila kag amo na siya ang hatagan sang solusyon sang probinsya sang Guimaras.
But no intervention works without the hands and hearts of farmers. They are the real drivers of revival. Working together through cooperatives, they embraced better practices, Their dedication is now bearing fruit.
Si GBMPC nakabuligid sa Calamansi Farmers ang Guimaras paagi sa pag-extend sa loan para nga ma-avail sa mga members sa maintenance